Hello and welcome to the All Night Gamers Podcast, episode 86. Hi, hello, hi. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us for another edition of the show. How you guys doing? And girl,
I'm doing great.
Good.
Chelsea's
Good.
back for week 3.
I know.
It's impressive.
I think that's the most consistent of any guest. No, Mayo was there
Mayo was there for a while,
for a month,
Yeah.
a month and a half.
month and a half.
Be a little generous.
No, he was really considered. There's like a good section where there's Mayo, and then he stopped. And we can't get him back.
Yeah. Actually, I saw him at my local game shop the other day. I was getting more sleeves for amiibo cards and saw him.
Oh wow.
He's supposed to still be coming over to buy me lunch, so I will replace one of his Game Boy batteries, but he keeps saying that and then never messages me.
So,
Anyway,
did he move back from DC?
so when we were talking at the store, he said that they had like new management come in.
Oh,
And now when he was originally gonna go up to DC in July, now they want him in June or something, which is way too big of a time frame jump when you're moving across the country like that. So, his team is trying to come up with something new, like either get them to change their mind on it or make it to where he can just fully work remotely and then fly up
And
once
then
every
move.
2 weeks, and they would like pay for like the flight and the Airbnb for like once every 2 weeks or something. So that was kind of it though. I mean, we only talked for like 5 or 10 minutes, so I didn't get a lot of detail, but that seems like what the current stitch is anyway.
that
I see.
kind of sounds like what's going on here. New management, so they're not sure what they're doing.
Yeah, all this stuff, it's like going pretty well. Let's just stop that. Let's change everything. Yeah.
What if we?
We didn't set this in motion,
People.
so cancel everything.
Yeah. So yeah, how y'all doing this week? Doing pretty good?
I'm tired.
I mean,
I feel that.
it took 48 hours for my teacher to give our test, but once we did, I felt better. But that period.
That classic of submit. Now I shall sit here and do nothing but be anxious until I get my grade.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
because the last time we got it immediately, and then within 7 hours, he had already changed them to scale, and this took 48 for him to release the grade. So I was like, "What happened? What went wrong?
I mean,
Where's my
honestly,
grade?"
2 days for a grade return is still really, really good because I remember
I mean, yeah,
I had a teacher that would literally take months to do stuff like that because he was so
you'd
aloof.
see like an incredibly bad Alan. I might have shown up today.
Yeah.
I didn't have it.
So I'm glad I'm glad you're not dead anymore and can consciously think about the podcast again.
Mhm.
Um,
I got to lose one of my weekend days to go to the Disney Fantasy at 6:40.
Don't know what that means.
what is
the
the
big-
Disney Fantasy?
The big cruise ship.
Oh, right. You guys talked about this
Oh.
last week, right?
hmm
Okay.
I went on the Dream last week, and then this past weekend I went on the Fantasy.
So you've been on the cruise ships.
They're fun.
I bet they are.
I was supposed to go on the Dream today, but I got up and I was like, if I go driving, I'm gonna die.
Back to back.
So
Wow.
I
A little dark.
appreciate you a lot.
So how'd you tell them, "Hey, I'm not going today"?
I said, hey, I'm not. I woke up and I'm not feeling great, so I'm gonna skip on the boat. And my mentor was like, okay, that's fine. Hope you feel better. So
Nice.
thank you, Frankie.
Yeah, shout out to Frankie.
Frankie.
Shout out to Frankie.
All my homies love Frank.
All my homies love Frankie.
He's about to go work on the Wish for a while.
And that's another cruise.
That's
The
the
new
new
ship.
one.
Okay.
Not been released.
Well, sick. Yeah, work has been quite the time this past couple weeks. We do a thing at the first, we call it First Friday. It's like the first Friday of every month after work. A bunch of anybody that's in Huntsville can just show up to, like, we pick a bar somewhere and just go have drinks for a couple hours. And man, when I tell you, I was so excited to have that drink on Friday. I really needed it. That was, but all right, so yeah, let's get into some game talk. First off, Kingdom Hearts stuff. Bunch of 20th anniversary announcements. I felt so bad. It took me forever to realize that this stuff even happened. I'm so out of the loop on Kingdom Hearts. But
I saw
anyway.
that on Facebook because I was scrolling through and was like, "Oh, yeah, I follow Kingdom Hearts. That's right."
But yeah, so Kingdom Hearts Dark Road will be completed in August. Missing Link was announced with a closed beta coming sometime this year, and also Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced. I totally forgot about that last part until last night when I was watching a live stream from My Life in Gaming, and they were talking about how they're also out of the loop. And one of them was like, "Oh yeah, like Kingdom Hearts got announced and stuff," and like, "Oh yeah, I need to remember that for tomorrow."
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah.
I put the slime
Okay.
there when it happened.
Alex, did you see the trailer for Missing Link?
Yeah.
Because it looks like in the combat they were doing
It's
do you remember the Pokemon Duel Links game where they had like the figure looking things you would use for your
yes.
characters?
It's basically
what it
the
looks
medals of Union Cross, but with
But statues.
the 3D statues. Yeah. Missing Link will be set between Union Cross and Dark Road, since we see Ericus's ancestor after Union Cross in I want to call it Cable Town, but that's not its name. Item.
I was gonna say you're the only one that's probably gonna know it off the top of your head.
So also from that stream I was talking about, I listened to last night, it's probably going to be like several years for Kingdom Hearts 4, right? Like
Okay.
Like 8
the
years?
Nvidia leak
When
said
I-
2023 for Kingdom Hearts 4.
There's no
Okay.
fucking way.
They're moving it from, so the trailer's obviously in Unreal Engine 4, and we know they're moving it to Unreal Engine 5, but that should be an
Okay,
easy
but
jump.
like
This is a lot more put together than when they announced Kingdom Hearts 3, though, since there's already,
gameplay.
yeah, they were actually fighling the boss instead of
Yeah,
it just being like pre-rendered.
one
I
of them
feel
was
like-
talking about how long it took Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out, because he was like, well, I remember the first one came out when I was a freshman in college, and then the second
Yeah,
one
but that's
came out when I
not
was a
fair.
That's not. 3 was not announced immediately after 2.
3 got released 3 years after it got announced.
Okay.
And that's because they switched from the Luminous engine to Unreal 4 during
Okay.
development.
Okay, so 3 is an anomaly. Is that what I'm
Yeah,
hearing? So
but
we're
there
not
were
expecting
6
this one to take
games
long.
released between
Yeah.
2 and 3.
Everyone likes to treat it as if 3 was announced immediately after 2 and was in development hell. It wasn't.
Okay.
The game, because like
See,
at
these
the
are
end
things
of
I just don't know.
at the end of 2, they or basically at the end of every game, they have a secret ending that will usually
The trailer for the
reference-
next game.
Yeah, the
Okay,
trailer.
yeah.
And everyone was like, "This is 3." It was Kingdom Hearts: Birth by Sleep.
A prequel set 10 years before the main game.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I need to be handheld. See, this is where we differ. I can tell you the differences between the sound chips and the different models of a Sega Genesis, but I cannot tell you whatever the hell that Kingdom Hearts games are. I literally know zero. And yet I also have that super large key, the
keyblade.
yeah, the Keyblade that I got
Ooh,
somehow.
speaking
I can't
of,
remember how I got that.
we found out what was in the treasure chest at Tokyo Disney for the Kingdom Hearts rooms.
I didn't see this. What?
Whichever you might know, was it
I-
Oblivion that they were given for the key this time?
Yeah, and then Oathkeeper was supposed to be in
Oathkeeper
the
was-
chest.
Oathkeeper was in the chest.
But the key chain is different. It's a different color.
Yeah, they said it was. Yeah,
I was hoping
that's
you were
what it
gonna
was.
say like a
So it is
a
what
pipe bomb
someone
or something.
said back then. Okay.
That would have been a little bit of troll.
It's not in the trailer though, so that doesn't make sense. But they were like, you can reveal it after the announcement. So
I'd like to stay in one of those Kingdom Hearts rooms. I'd really like to stay at the Toy Story Hotel.
Ooh.
I didn't understand that. I heard meow meow meow.
Okay. All right. Pump the brakes. What's going on here? What the? What the? All right, we're just gonna waltz past that. Gonna waltz right past that. So Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga came out, and it is currently #1 in the UK. It took over Kirby, although that's not really that surprising.
No.
It's the UK. People
A
think
multi-platform game overtook Kirby.
L.
Oh, Kirby's still #2 though. So
Yeah.
Poggers, bro.
and FIFA 22 is #3. This is why we can't really trust UK charts. But yeah, so it came.
They're
out
like, we
and-
like FIFA and Call of Duty. And
We
I'm
like
yeah.
FIFA and FIFA accessories.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, we can't judge them for Call of Duty because the US is more guilty of that than anybody.
True, but their biggest one's like always FIFA, and I'm like,
Look, we like guns over here, so Call of Duty's #1. They like soccer, so FIFA.
is Call of Duty ever #1 outside of like launch weeks though? I don't even know if it
dude,
usually.
Cold War rode the charts for a long time. It was like
Okay.
upsettingly long. It always happens. I don't think Vanguard was as big, but I remember when Cold War came out, that was like huge. Anyway, so yeah, it also smashed the Lego Steam user record by 1,200%, which, if you don't know what that means that it's doing really good in a basic sense. Okay, that joke didn't land. Alex, why don't you tell us about the game?
Okay. I've only beaten the episode 1 for the Phantom Menace. I beat all the chapters in it. It's kind of weird because when I think of Lego games, I think of like there's a small hub and with things to do there, but most of your thing is like 20-minute levels. These are like 10 minutes at best, at longest. And they're all like one specific thing. Like most of the things you do in the game is instead everything's the hub world with planets to explore, like Coruscant and Tatooine and things like that.
Okay.
So it's kind of different from all the other Lego games, but I am having fun playing it. I just get something about the flying the ships throws me off, though. I feel sick doing it.
Easily triggered motion sickness.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that doesn't affect me like it used to anymore. Well, sick. And also a lot of hands-on reviews from big game reviewers have dropped today for Nintendo Switch Sports. I watched the
That's
Nintendo
weird.
Life one, just while I had some stuff on the TV at work, and yeah, they said that so bowling is pretty much perfect.
Right?
It's unchanged, and that's exactly what they wanted. It's like just as good as Clubhouse games, but a little bit better, like with the Wii Sports touch in there. Really good.
Throwing's still weird, though. I want to throw it backwards, and it wants you to walk it all the way
Oh yeah.
from playing the beta. That's what I remember.
Yeah, so they didn't get a lot of time with it, but what oh yeah, his name's Alex, the main Nintendo Life guy. He said that he wasn't allowed to like do anything funky, like the try to throw it behind you and get the whoa or whatever. But
Because they want it to be a surprise.
yeah,
No, it wasn't in the beta, though.
well, that
it
was
just
that was the beta.
reset.
It might be
To
in
be
the full
fair,
game.
True.
So, I mean, I think
I
the
feel
only
like
thing
it's-
in the beta was the 16-man.
Online, yeah.
Yeah. So they don't want
Um,
you wasting people's time doing that.
Yeah, and if they specifically didn't want him to do that, then there's probably a reason. Like I'm sure it's something
Maybe-
stupid and small.
maybe
but
it is
Nintendo
in the
likes to do that
regular-
stuff. So yeah, so that was good. He didn't like tennis at all, but from what I could see from the footage, it just looked like Wii Sports Tennis. And yeah, there's not going to be really anything special there, but that's kind of the point of the like. Yeah, there's nothing like he mentioned that like in Mario Tennis Aces, like with the motion controls, you could still do like lob shots or spin shots or whatever. And, like you can't do anything like that in Wii Sports, but that's kind of the point. Yeah, I'm not for sure. Like he was just kind of expecting a little more out of it, which is fair because it's like the next Wii Sports game. Like it's not supposed to be radically different in any way, but like he was expecting some kind of something, which is a fair point, I guess. And he didn't say it was bad. Like it was perfectly serviceable. But from what I could tell on the footage, it just looked like Wii Sports Tennis, which is exactly like I really don't want anything different. I want Wii Sports Tennis.
I
I
kind
couldn't figure out how to switch between the two people though. So one was always like a ghost.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna miss just having both spam their rackets left and right.
Yeah.
Well, then again, that for you it was the beta, and
True.
Their
So maybe
spin
they
was very
changed
controlled.
things.
Yeah, we'll see. And then let's see, badminton was really good. The whatever they call the sword fighting one.
Oh, this it's a really weird name. Starts with like a C, right?
Something like that. Yeah, whatever the name is it for. That was really good. And then soccer was kind of because like you're really not doing like a lot of the time you're just kind of running around and that's
It
and
so it's not
yeah.
Mario Soccer, which is what I want anyway.
Yeah, but like also that's like from regular soccer that's kind of that's soccer. And the only reason it worries me is because he's from the UK and all over Europe, you know, as we just mentioned, they like soccer, so you know,
Sure.
I'm going to trust their opinions on a soccer game, but like they're talking about like a lot of it's just not a lot of exciting gameplay in the main mode because a lot of the time you're running around either spotting a teammate or like holding back for defense, which yeah, is boring in a gameplay sense, but that also is kind of soccer. Like a lot of soccer isn't
Right.
scoring. Like soccer, this is why soccer scores are usually like 2-1, 1-0, 3-1, whatever.
Because it's
So-
running.
Yeah, it's running over a huge field for a long time. But
Yeah, I could see where regular soccer wouldn't translate well because for like what people would want in a gameplay. I know FIFA's the soccer one, right?
yeah, but in FIFA you can switch around players, so you can like
True.
always be in the middle of the action, and also
And,
it's more realistic. Like it's more okay to accept that in an actual soccer game that's meant to mimic like soccer. But
I could see
Um,
where the Mii's, not Mii's, but kind of Mii's.
The
the
Me
use
2.0. The use.
Yeah.
um,
Where with that art style you would expect to be more involved in the
yeah.
like
Um,
Mario, where you can beat people up in soccer by shoulder
Yeah, but
bashing into them.
Then you give your enemies power ups.
Yeah,
And why
then
do
you
I
get
want to
red
do
shells
that?
and bombs
Speaking
and
of,
blow
when does that
people
game
up.
come out? June?
June or July, something like that. Sometime this
I've
summer.
not seen anything about that since it was announced.
I'm sure they'll do something right before.
They're promoting
One-
Mario
one-
or
One
Wii
thing at a
Sports
time
comes
right now,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, I mean, it's basically the vibe I got
It's
from
a
it.
Wii
It's Wii Sports, which so
Whoopee.
great, exactly. But no golf
yeah,
Yes.
what the heck?
until fall. Um,
I still would have made that one a base one and then had something else
yeah, for
in the
real.
fall.
Um,
Just to help break it up again because you have tennis and badminton and volleyball, which are all here's a net and here against your opponent. Did they talk about volleyball?
yeah. I think this is the part that I got distracted with work or something, and he said that like a lot of it is also kind of like the same complaint with soccer, but different. Where like there's not a lot happening. You can't move that much. Like you can't really control the position of your character. So it's kind of like tennis, where you don't really control your player position. You just hit it when you have to hit it. But also that's not that frequent comparative to tennis. So he felt like a lot of it was down. Like there was a lot more downtime than there should have been. And the hits were a little weird, but overall it was fine. So the whatever you wanted out of a Wii Sports from the previous things, those are fine, and then the new ones, it's like not all that exciting, but it's on the level of Wii Sports that you would expect. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, and at least it's only is it $40 for the digital and $50 for the physical, right? For the leg strap.
Yeah, it's 50
thought it was
for the leg strap.
50, 60, but I
No,
don't
it's not
remember.
60. I think Best Buy was the only one that had it as 60.
So
Everyone
40
else
and
is-
50.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the website right now because I remember. I mean, I literally pre-ordered it and I can't remember. I pre-ordered the digital version. Anyway.
I also pre-ordered digital. It was 40.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's $50 for the physical version because of the strap, and then $40 digitally. So. Whatever. If it was 60, I'd have more room to complain there, but it's $40, so fine. Nintendo never puts out games for $40 anyway. For Switch at least. But yeah. So the hype is real. Coming up on that release, got like a week and a half from the time this episode comes out, so getting pretty close there. All right, so on to Collector's Corner. This is the weekly segment where we go around and talk about games we've been playing and games we've been getting and all that good stuff. Alex, kick us off this week.
Okay. Obviously, Lego Star Wars came in. They shipped the game and the Steelbook in 2 different boxes. So UPS
I
had
saw
one,
you.
and FedEx had the other.
Yeah,
It was weird.
real smart there, guys.
Very, very good.
So I started playing it, obviously. I downloaded the DLC and whatever. There's a bonus for the DLC though. Like so the DLC counts as the deluxe version. If you have that, you get Obi-Wan where he has the classic yellow Lego face.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool. I don't know. So besides that, I spent most of the last week still doing that test, studying for it, stressing out over grade.
The classic.
Cooper and I watched an anime called Spy X Family.
Oh yeah.
It's a fun comedy anime that just started.
It's actually fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is this why Cooper was like, "Hey, we need an anime segment"?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
we
I
call
think it just belongs in Collector's Corner anyways. We're a video game podcast. not
Yeah.
Yeah, Cooper.
everything.
But we would call it anime recommendations,
Nope, you can talk about it in the
Anime
segment.
recommendations.
Yeah. You got throw in
That
A
sounds
real quick.
worse when you actually say it.
Cap.
Fact.
Oh.
I've just been also cleaning. That's why there's like 10,000 shirts behind me.
That makes sense. Nice. All right, Cooper.
All right. What am I doing? A lot of the usual. I've been playing a lot of Apex recently. For the Battle Pass, I'm now up to level 104.
Oh wow, nice.
So all the way.
Not
No,
yet.
120.
No, I mean, like,
is the but
it's-
fully committing to playing a lot of it.
Yeah, 110.
Oh, for the gun skin. Lame.
Yeah. That's about it.
At least it's not a hollow spray.
Imagine, or that new leak with stickers or whatever.
Oh yeah, we're My buddy Aaron described it to me as if Gibby and Lifeline had a child.
I think so. Yeah.
Excuse me.
So he's got like shields, but they're like apparently he can like drop a shield and it will just push forward, and you can't like enemies can't shoot through it, but I think you can. Not fully sure on that, but yes, like you throw down a shield that is kind of like the Lifeline shield that she had for a bit there when rezzing people, and it just moves forward on its own, so you can push people with the shield. So kind of like Gibby, his personal shield, but big and mobile.
Yeah.
And then a couple other things. It was, I don't know. It's
Really.
Aaron's not the best at remembering and describing things, but that's the one thing I did remember is he said it was like Gibby and Lifeline had a child. So, anything else?
I've been playing Faye like usual. I've been playing Control recently. I love Control. Control's
Yeah,
the best mode.
I'm so happy that's going to be a permanent mode.
Yeah.
Big deserving. Chelsea, you got anything?
Animal Crossing, the Critically Bunny's back. He is the bane of my
Oh
existence.
God, Bunny Day, giving me nom flashbacks.
I have already put him in the jail cell, and he has already escaped.
Oh God, they heard the bunny. All right, Chelsea, did you have anything else?
Nope.
At least nothing that's gonna terrorize the dogs again.
No, I think the threat has been contained for now.
Okay. Cameron, you go ahead.
So I was a little busy prepping for interviews and going on the fantasy, so I didn't get a lot of gaming done today, or this week. But today we went over to Yacht and Beach Club and we found another Super Monkey Ball cabinet. So we played that for $1.
Nice.
Are you putting together a list?
I'm just looking for F-Zero.
So not a list that would help you.
No, I'm just looking for F-Zero.
Dude,
I've
the best-
checked all the Skyliner resorts.
Are we sure it's there somewhere?
No.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
absolutely
No,
not.
but he's got the free time to actually look, unlike everybody else.
I live here.
dude, I just want to.
They used to have it at the.
Contemporary, it's not there.
Yeah.
I've already checked there.
I just want to play F-Zero with a seatbelt again.
The way Cooper played that.
Dude,
It really
the
was
seatbelt
just-
didn't register when I played it, so it just like
They have it on like a floating platform, so you feel it like thud when you jerk it.
Oh, so it's like a little bit 4D.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I'm gonna find it. I don't know if I had to. I don't know if I had to like start looking at like the gaming bars around here or what.
Well,
It's not
finish
a fair one.
Disney's resorts first.
I've checked both Port Orleans. We checked Saratoga while we were there, right? I get the feeling it's not at either there. If an arcade cabinet like that feels like it would be at Art of Animation or Pop Century or the All Star. We haven't checked All Stars. We haven't been to All Stars.
Sounds like you guys maybe do need to make a list.
No, we know which ones we haven't been to. There's just look. All Stars is way over on the other side of property from everything.
So what if it's
And I
there?
did put one. What is that? Well, they did just finish renovating it, so maybe. Well, I haven't checked any of them. I wasn't looking for it the day you got back in October. So yeah, did that. Monkey Ball is a lot more fun when you don't have just 40 seconds to play the game.
oh, for real?
Yeah, imagine that.
$1 for 40 seconds of gameplay. This sounds like
Yeah.
PlayStation Now. Zing!
Damn.
Good. We got in our episode.
Somebody call hostess because that was a zinger.
We got to get in our corporate zing. Did I don't.
Yo, somebody called Zuckerberg because that hit the mark. Oh.
You're banned. I also bought more amiibo cards.
Bruh.
I'm down to 5, and then I'll be back to 100%.
Yeah, all of my amiibo card
Bruh.
killings recently have fully reminded me that this is just gambling. This is just straight up gambling.
This is straight up gambling.
This is literally
No.
straight up gambling.
Look, this is just his stack of extras.
No, that's just my stack of extras at home.
Yeah.
Cameron looked over there as if it was like 4 feet tall in his
This
apartment.
is 2 Target bags.
Oh my
There's like
god!
12 packs each of these.
So they let you just buy that many at
Yeah.
once?
They don't care. They literally don't care. You know, the one person that cared that I was buying basically all the packs? Head of security when I was working at Target. You know what I did? I bought half of them, and then when I went back to work, they were still under that register, so I bought the other half.
Good lord. Well,
I have a problem.
Yeah, I mean,
Do
me
you
too, a
have
little
all of
bit.
them yet?
No,
I'll probably call it that.
I need 5 more.
This is gambling. This is why I'm going back to like this is the gambling.
Sable,
Legal gambling.
Label, and Tom Nook again.
Have you looked at what they cost on eBay?
Nooklings is like $10. I think both Tom Nooks are $10,
And
and I don't know how much Label and Sable are.
I
But they
guarantee
can't
whatever
be
you
50.
would spend to just buy the cards and complete the set
It's gonna
is
be
way
cheaper.
less. Yeah, this is like
Yeah.
if you went to a casino and you could just spend a lot of money to get a lot of stuff instead
Yeah.
of gambling all of your money away not getting anything.
So yeah, Grant, I did post pictures of the specials I have to take a look and see what
Where?
in Collector's Corner.
How did I not?
You know,
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
I
look at that. Okay.
because I can bring those up when I come for Alex's graduation.
I'll have to look, but I definitely have a good number of those. Not all of them for sure, especially Daisy May is coming to mind. I know I don't have that one. But so yeah, well, I'll just ride this amiibo train into mine. Yeah, a lot of amiibo cards. The reason I asked you about like them not caring is because they wouldn't let me buy more than 3 of
Yeah,
a
no, they-
series.
They
Uh,
literally did not.
You can buy 4 of the Series 5 ones in the app. None of the others show up in the app. And if you go in store to buy them, you can only get 3. So,
No. There were so I ordered 4 while we were at or right before we had dinner at Chelsea. What is Snow White's dinner? Wilderness Lodge. I ordered them there, had them wait. Next day I went, picked those up, and bought 8 more packs. But that was the day I posted like the big like 2 handful of packs.
okay.
They were
Yeah,
like 20.
so on Saturday,
Yeah.
I bought. So we needed to go to Target anyway or Jewel needed to go to the Target anyway for stuff. So
Hmm.
I bought 4 that morning, and they were ready to pick up. I went there, and the first time I had found them there, they didn't have Series 4, but they had 1 through 3. So I bought 3
Oh
of
wait,
1
they
through 3.
pre-released every series.
Except
Yeah.
for Welcome Amiibo.
I see.
Yeah. So the last time I had bought 3 of 1 through 3, and then I've been buying a lot of 4, but that's like kind of a different thing. And then this time when they went, they had Series 4, so I was like, okay, well I'm gonna get 3 more 1 through 3. And then I asked if I could get 6 of Series 4, so I could match what I had gotten of 1 through 3. And they're like, nah, you can only buy 3 at a time. And I was like, I don't really feel like
What?
Arguing over cards.
either arguing or coming back the next day and
I
looking at
mean-
the same guy. I was busy the next day, but
You could have just had Joel buy 3 of them.
Yeah. Also, I just didn't want to do that. Like, look at that guy in the face, be like, "Well, she's gonna buy 3." I just didn't feel like putting out that energy. Just,
Mhm.
It's already way too many packs anyway. That's it's unhealthy. So it's probably for the best
Good.
anyway. But so yeah, I got all those. I got some stuff in from the Nintendo store. I think I posted it already. I got some cool little N64 game keychains that I'm gonna do something with. I just haven't figured out what yet. And then also the really cool thing I got is the card case that they put out. The game case.
Yeah.
I really liked the one that they had on Club Nintendo for the 3DS.
Where it was
And
all the different consoles, right?
I don't think so, but they had like several different kinds of pattern, like the same thing, or at least the one I had didn't come with one. I don't think. I probably should look and see. Um, but yeah, this one came with like 3 different or 2 different inserts that are different on either side, so you can mix and match 4 different options. So on the outside, I chose the one with all the console combinations, and then the inside is like the up close of the controller kind of thing.
That's cool.
And the reason I'm so obsessed with this is because for the longest time I was planning on 3D printing some inserts that lets you turn any Switch Steelbook or any Switch game case into a game case that holds like 7 to 9 cards or something.
Mhm.
Because Switch game cases are so slim, they're like perfect for my Switch case. They fit like right in there with it, and it's perfect and everything. But this is an actual official Nintendo one, so I saw that and was immediately sold. And I like it a lot. It's literally just a Switch case with 8 slots in it, and it looks great. So I got that. I got a couple new games. I got the Resident Evil Triple Pack for Switch. I finally got Sakuna of Rice and Ruin because it was on sale for like $20.
Nice.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Um,
Metopia is on sale for 40 right now, and if I had the money, maybe.
and then in terms of what I've been playing, a little more Kirby. Oh yeah, so fun story time. So yesterday, my goal was to play. I was gonna finish Twilight Princess because I got like 70% of the way through, and I was like, I need to go ahead and finish this playthrough. So I did that, and then I was almost done with the Temple of Time. And then, if you might notice behind me, the wall looks a little blank. That is because my game shelf that was right above that TV fell. That is the second time that thing has fell. So now I have decided that it is not going up anymore. This time it was, so I literally got things that mount into the wall and can hold like 40 pounds. So I was like, this is not gonna fall, and it still fell. The plastic, the hooks themselves are metal, but the nubs on the end are plastic that you used to hook
This
stuff
is the
onto.
command strips, right?
No, that was the first time. That was the reason 2 of my 3 potion bottles broke and all that stuff. What I have, so I actually just happen to have them right here. They're these things. They're drywall hooks. So you put them in, you stick them into the drywall like this, and then you turn them up, so it literally grabs on the wall, and like that's not
And
gonna
it
break.
fell.
So, but these plastic bits on the end cracked and fell apart at the same time, both of them. So it fell. So now over there, you see it sitting on top of the shelf. I am going to redo this corner, but I'm giving it a couple days so I can decide what I actually want to do with it. So I have a proper
Posters?
place to the. No, like I'm gonna move that TV setup like to where it's on that wall instead behind me, so I can like turn a full 180 and see it
Makes
and
sense.
stuff. Because that way it'll give me a little bit more room on this wall to do stuff with. Because now I need a new spot for my GameCube games, because that's where that used to be. Luckily, nothing's broken physically. I probably lost a save in one of those cartridges for sure. I don't know which one. I do not have the time to plug in every one of those cartridges right now and see. And I really don't. I don't need the bad news. I really don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, that fell. I sat there for like 30 minutes. Was like, well, what do I do now? And then I left and made something to eat so I would feel better, and then came back and did all that. So now I'm like halfway through. So yeah, I did not finish Twilight Princess yesterday because of that. Although once I did that, I finally came back like 2 or 3 hours later and beat the Temple of Time fully and did a couple more things. So gonna beat that sometime. And a little bit of Apex, a little bit of Gran Turismo.
So did it damage the TV when it fell on it?
No, I mean it fell. So weirdly, it like slid straight down, and it stayed standing up. So luckily, a lot of the things that were more likely to get damaged, like the CD jewel cases for PlayStation and stuff, and like the big box games for Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, stayed on the shelf. Luckily, it was mostly
That's
just NES and SNES carts, which are, cartridges are just durable, so they're fine. So the only thing that probably got damaged was I might have lost a save file or two. But yeah, it stayed straight up on there, so that was fine. And the TV is fine as well. I mean, that's a CRT, so it's fine. It's not going to be damaged. So yeah, that was a fun time. And yeah, that's it. All right, so on to the tidbits. Cooper, what you got for Faye? Or do you?
Not a lot today. For today's, we got a new temperature spinner a little while back now, with Path to Radiance units, which is pretty cool. With Mia, Soren, Ileana, and a duo with I Can Miss. They're all young. It's pretty cool. It's like baby banner, a lot of people like to call it. And then we got a Tempest Trials with Boyd, and I think that's about it. Unless I'm missing something. There isn't really a lot for this one.
All right, that was easy. All right, on to tidbits. Crystal Dynamics announces a new Tomb Raider game is in production using Unreal Engine 5. Is it going to be an Xbox exclusive? Are they past that? Are they past making Tomb Raider Xbox exclusive?
I mean, only one's been an Xbox exclusive, and it hurt them worse than.
So probably not.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the past, they were typically PlayStation exclusives, anyways.
Yeah, like I know that, but I didn't know if they're still sticking with that or not. It's, as you can tell, I'm not that well versed in Tomb Raider, even less so than Kingdom Hearts. Sony and Kirkby invest in Epic Games to build the future of digital entertainment.
Cool. That's a lot of words.
That has corporation registered trademark written all over that.
Right.
And that very much scares me.
It's for they own Unreal, right? I want to believe that's what people said it was for.
I think so.
For the making, to be able to make games, not for Epic to make things.
Okay.
Or make things like Fortnite.
Well, good, because when I read the future of digital entertainment, I immediately think DRM. So.
Right.
Hopefully not. Stardew Valley creator ConcernedApe isn't intimidated by the, quote, sophomore slump when making his new game called The Haunted Chocolatier, which we've talked about a lot on this show. He says, quote, I can't help but think about Stardew Valley when I'm making this game. It'll manifest in ways like, oh, I can't do this, it's too much like Stardew Valley. But then a lot of the things in Stardew Valley are the way they are just because it makes sense. It would be foolish to do it any other way. I like to hear that. I would.
Right.
I'm definitely not going to underappreciate seeing Stardew Valley-ish things in this game.
Because a lot of them are like, I can't do it the same. I've got to change it some way. And he's like, no, I'll just leave
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's a reason that saying exists.
Definitely.
Also, I saw a thing that reminded. I think this is already known, but I figured we'd put it here since we were already talking about the game. That it's. He also said it was going to have like actual boss battles.
That will be weird.
Like already, we knew it was going to have a much bigger combat focus, but yeah, this one's also going to have boss battles. Apparently, that's going to be exciting.
I do think we should have had a boss battle at the end of the first set of caves. In Stardew.
Where would you define the end?
In the original caves, there's a bottom floor.
Oh, right? Caves. I heard games. That's why I got confused for a second. Oh yeah, so like a boss battle for the end of the mine. I could be down for that. I could jive with that. And maybe like another big late game boss if you got to when you got to level 100 in the mine or something after you talk to Mr. Chi or whatever.
The Skull Cavern should
Yeah.
have essentially like what's it called? Terraria's Skull Boss, where it's like a floating.
Yeah, yeah. But with
The
his
gameplay
sword.
might be fighting them might be a little rough though. That's like Stardew's biggest weakness.
Yeah. Mario Golf is coming to N64 Online for you NSO Plus members on April 15th, which is this Friday, Good Friday.
Yep.
So, cool, getting another game on N64 Online. I wonder how long they're going to keep up this once a month thing for N64.
I hope for
games.
at least a while.
Yeah.
At least as long as we keep good games, right? Because right now, Japan gets cool things on NES and SNES.
Yeah, I know. They
and
got
we're
Harvest Moon.
like,
Don't get me started again.
they're like, here you go. And it's like, what?
Here you go.
What is
Burbles.
this?
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as they start putting Quest 64 and Superman 64 on here, that's when we're going to have some problems.
Oh boy.
Not Quest 64 be hilarious. All of a sudden, a bunch of YouTube videos again.
No. Hear me out. You get Quest 64, and you get a bunch of YouTube videos going, Joy-Con drift finally useful.
Oh yeah, because you've got to run around, right?
For agility or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just run around. Yeah, because ProJared's video, he taped his stick to the side and left it overnight, and then after that, he only got like a couple
20
levels.
XP, yeah.
Yeah, like the bar moved like an eighth of an inch on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, that My Life in Gaming stream last night, they were joking about that too. They're like, you literally had the market cornered for RPGs on the N64 because there were none, and you called it Quest. Like, you literally could have done so many things because
you
it
could have
was going to
picked
be
any
the
name.
only RPG, or like one of the three or something. And you
could have
picked
picked any name.
Quest. RPG 64.
Not D&D 64.
Yeah, D&D.
D&D 64.
Miss Pac-Man has been replaced by Pac-Mom for the arcade archives to Pac-Land. What?
Because they don't own the rights to Miss Pac-Man. It was by third-party devs when they localized it to America.
What the heck is Pac-Mom?
Well, no. Third-party devs made the game. They didn't make... it was not Bandai Namco who made it.
Yeah.
So it's a legal gray area because they can't use...
Midway made Miss Pac-Man.
Man, that sucks because like Miss Pac-Man is the best version of Pac-Man. What the heck is Pac-Mom? That really makes me. The longer I think about it, the angrier I get. What the hell is Pac-Mom?
Grant's about to go full hand kill. Dang it, Bobby!
Literally.
They changed her sprite in Pac-Land. So instead of Miss Pac-Man with the red bow and boots, she's got a pink hat like Peach does in the Seaside Kingdom.
Okay.
No, that's not the right one. In the tropical one with the forest in the bottom part.
Yeah.
Pink gloves and pink shoes.
Really changing it up here, guys.
Yeah.
Red to pink. Now she's a mom.
Calm down, guys.
That implies a Pac dad.
Mr.
Mr. Pac.
Dad.
Yeah. Pac sir.
Pac Dad.
I hate that.
No, it's like Grant the original Donkey Kong It's Puckman. That's Pac-Man.
I hate it.
It's just Pac-Man but in Japanese.
2K releases
Feels
the
weird.
second episode of the Quarry podcast and first 30 minutes of the game. I also saw that apparently there seasons in NBA 2K.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think
Maybe
I
for
saw something
online.
about that, and that makes that I hate that. Well, that's cool.
Actually,
Are you keeping up with that podcast? Like, have you listened to
I
it?
watched the first one, and I only knew that the second one I released because I looked it up for this. I haven't watched it yet, but
Okay.
I was like, wait, shouldn't that be out now? Maybe? Was it supposed to be weekly? And it was like, there's a 3-week gap, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna be really pushing it for the game's release then, since there's supposed to be 6 of them.
Yeah. Capcom has put out some new Resident Evil 3 concept art, I assume by their Twitter?
Yeah,
Okay, nice.
just Jill exploring the Umbrella part
Okay.
in the remake.
Speaking of NSO Plus N64 Online, Japan is getting custom Robo V2. I have no idea if that game is good or not.
I don't need it either.
But it probably is, and we probably won't get it here.
We don't get anything.
Pain.
The life of a Nintendo fan.
Pain. Yeah, maximum pain. The new Metroid update is available now, including the Boss Rush mode, Survival Rush, Dread Rush, and a new practice mode. Boss Rush mode is unlocked after beating the main game. Survival Rush is unlocked after beating Boss Rush, which is basically Boss Rush mode with a timer. That is really hard to say fast. Dread Rush is unlocked after beating Dread difficulty in the main game, and it's Boss Rush but Dread difficulty. And then practice mode, which is essentially getting time to beat individual bosses. But that's cool.
oh wow, that's actually
So-
pretty sick.
I would never do Dread Rush, but I want to watch someone do it so badly.
Yeah, it's like the new incarnation of watching people play those crazy ass Mario Maker 2 levels that requires
Yeah.
like frame button imperfect inputs
Since
for 5 minutes
you
straight.
can't take a hit or you'll die, and you've got to do all 12 bosses back to back to back.
Absolutely not.
Oh, it sounds like torture, but I want to watch someone actually
sure.
succeed.
Yeah. The company Analog that makes FPGA recreations of older consoles finally has a restock of the Mega SG, which is the Sega Genesis, along with their cartridge adapters and their DAC, which I know a lot of people are very interested in. I have no idea if it's still going to be available by the time you're listening to this, but it's worth a look. They came out last Friday and they're still available today, so I don't know. But I know a lot of people have been really itching to get their hands on one of those DACs. So I kind of want one, but not really badly enough. I don't know. For $80, that's kind of a bit much. But yeah, those are. I would definitely take a look if you somehow missed out on that. Let's see. Nora Moore interview for the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary translated into a summary of play the new games and we might expand on things later. The classic gaslight you into buying this game.
Dang.
I mean, buying this game because he said play Dark Road, play Missing Link, play the other one.
4.
No, he didn't say play.
Union Cross?
Yeah.
Those are the expanded versions. They explain the Age of Fairy Tales.
He said play them. Also,
If you want more Chibi Robo games, then you better buy Chibi Robo Ziplash.
Yeah, but Kingdom Hearts sells and Disney's finally like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I'm not
shit,
saying
we
I'm not
actually
yeah,
have to do.
I'm not
do
saying
something."
these are equivalent to Chibi Robo Ziplash. I wouldn't do that, but the idea is the same.
There.
So we've got a couple old but still interesting tidbits for the week. First off, so in 1993, Tetris on the Game Boy was the first ever game played in space. It was brought by the Russian Soyuz rocket, meeting up with the Mir space station, and Russian cosmonaut Cerebro. I'm so bad at pronouncing Russian names. Cerebrov A. Alexander was the first to play it. And that actually, we were talking about this before the episode, and we brought up like, oh yeah, I think there was one in Vietnam that got like scorched by flames somehow or something, and it still works because it's like plugged in at a museum, and the entire case is melted, but it still plays fine.
I don't know if
stuff
you
like
can
that.
play it. The buttons are melted, but it certainly
Work.
is on.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is like you could take it, like you could put new buttons in it, and it would work fine. Like it still
Yes.
theoretically plays. It turns on and
It turns
displays the
on.
game.
Which is
Um,
incredible because
which
you
is-
should
yeah.
look up how it looks.
It's literally a toasted marshmallow color.
Well, especially like when you look at or look online and see how like the 3DS has a bunch of just broken components for people, and it just won't work.
Or any modern electronic. And I'm not trying to sound like super boomer here, but things just aren't made like they used to be. I.e.,
No.
you could not firebomb
Have-
a Nintendo Switch and have it still work after.
Absolutely not.
Things are literally made to.
Look, do
not
you
last.
remember? You remember those videos of people throwing their Switches off of like 1,000-foot
feet.
buildings or whatever?
Yeah.
Yes, and it survived just fine.
You know why? Because it
Right
didn't land on the
controller.
screen. It landed on the controller.
Yes, but
Ignore
dropping
the
it.
controller, guys.
I mean, well, they do that. Like, people do that with any new electronic. They're like, oh, I took a new iPhone 13 Pro Max and yeeted it off of this tower. Oh,
Does it
it
survive?
broke. Uh-huh.
Oh, damn, Apple, fix your shit.
Like my video.
Nintendo actually had for the longest time it might still be up on the website, but I haven't looked. Like their testing procedures for different consoles and stuff. So they're like, we take each one and drop it from 10 feet 10 times back to back to back.
Well, yeah, because they're a kids company, first off. So
Right.
they give the product to somebody, and they're like, okay, now pretend you're a child.
Okay.
Like drop it, spit on it, step on it, throw it around. Play it with like eat some
I
no
drink-
fork spaghetti and then play it immediately after without washing your hands.
No
Fork
fork
spaghetti. We cannot forget about no fork spaghetti. I know this is totally unrelated, but do y'all know Last Week Tonight with John Oliver?
Yeah,
Kinda.
I,
TV
I
show?
remember watching it for the FTC thing a couple years ago.
Yeah, so in the newest video, he made one about data brokers, which is basically like the people that control the cookies that track everything you do, and they like how people know what ads to show you or whatever. It was a whole video about that. But anyway, he made this joke about like, I don't need people to know the amount of times that I've Googled, are there shower heads with a contains pulp option? And I lost my shit when I heard that. The idea that like he just kept going. He was like people stopped laughing, and he was like, "Okay, can I finish? Let me explain." And then went on like this 3-minute rant about how he really wants his shower to just sometimes have some pulp in it. It's not an all the time
Yeah.
thing. That's why it's an option. But sometimes I just need to wake up in the morning and be hit with something, like very softly. So like I don't want it all the time. That's why it's an option. But I really just want some pulp in my shower every now and then. And I could not get over. That was so good. I don't know why. It's just like the same stupid idea as no fork spaghetti. Just so off. It's awful, and I hate it. But damn, isn't it funny? So, yeah,
Pulp
contains.
shower.
Are there shower heads with a contains pulp option?
Yes, but you have to do it manually.
Uh,
You pour it on-
anyway, back to video games. So I found an article about some old posters Nintendo used to put around in like rental stores and stuff about them trying to explain that you shouldn't call things a Nintendo, like back from the NES and SNES days when that was
Right,
the biggest.
because
Like
they didn't.
parents would just call like every Nintendo or every video game system a Nintendo because that's what was on TV the most, and that's what their kids played all the time.
They were trying to prevent Kleenex from happening to them.
Yeah, because that is illegal. There's some like statute in the copyright thing that says like it can't become a synonymous term for a generic version of that thing.
Yeah,
like Kleenex. So,
and that's what they were fighting so hard against.
Yeah.
Was to prevent that.
It's big, bold. There's no such thing as a Nintendo. And then in small text, there's the Nintendo Entertainment System registered trademark. There's Nintendo registered trademark game software, and there's Nintendo Power registered trademark magazine. But there's no such thing as a Nintendo. You see, Nintendo is an adjective, not a noun. It's our registered trademark that identifies the high-quality products marketed and licensed by Nintendo of America Incorporated. There's more, and you're expecting a child to, like...
Here.
I don't know what marketed, licensed, or trademark means. Like...
I think it was mainly for parents, though. Kids usually would call things by, like...
Yeah,
what they would see on the box.
But
bro, so great.
Yeah, so please use our trademark carefully and never use it to generically describe all video game products, or else Mario will personally come to your house and slit your throat.
That is not what
It doesn't include that part.
It's not. No, we thank you and Mario thanks you. Great attempt.
I mean, they succeeded though. People don't. They still have their company trademark, and while people still might call it a Nintendo, it's not like they're gonna go the way of
True.
Kleenex.
Well, I think we have the PlayStation to thank for that, because as soon as once Nintendo left the big spotlight as like the number one company, they stopped caring.
They were like, we have competition now. Maybe we have a chance.
Yeah, now they just call them the game thing. Because they would say Nintendo, and they'd be like, "Mom, it's a PlayStation."
Yeah.
God.
I'm not a loser.
Oh, high school days.
Yeah.
People come up to you. What console do you have?
Go.
What do you play? Nintendo. Bam. Punch right in the nose. Break your nose immediately.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I think that's actually a Scott the Woz bit where he's like, "Yeah,
It
like,
is.
this is why you should not say it." Like, "What do you play?" Nintendo. Bam.
Correct.
Definitely had that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what are you playing right now? My Sims on the Nintendo Wii.
Bam.
Bam. So apparently the new Tomb Raider. Okay, so yeah, into the rumor roundup. Sorry, getting ahead of myself here. The new Tomb Raider games are apparently not a remake. Where is that from?
That was just on gaming leaks and rumors.
Okay. I mean, I hope not, right? Didn't they say it was?
They said they're making a new one,
Tomb
but
Raider
it could have
game.
easily just been like, well, here's the first one from 25 years ago,
Yeah.
remade with modern graphics.
You can't call it a new game though. That would you'd catch some flack for that. And also somebody said that they preloaded Advance Wars and then were able to play it on the 9th when it have supposedly been available.
Because I've seen people say they saw screenshots from the user, but it's only the one guy, so
Questionable.
I don't know. Plausible. Pull a MythBusters out. Plausible. And okay, so after the quick rumors, finishing topic for the day. Out of the basic video game RPG classes, what would you choose? The options are a warrior, a mage, a healer, a thief, or a cleric.
I want the magic.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
cleric.
Mage. Like, So usually in D&D I play the warrior, but 100% I want magic. So mage.
That's why I
So-
always play paladin.
Like I called it healer just to not fully rip off Final Fantasy, but like in Final Fantasy, there's white mage and black
You're
mage.
asking blow
Yeah.
white mage and black mage.
Yeah, but like healer could have magic, but any
Healer-
magic that they have is specifically going to
They
be
have-
healing magic. Like they wouldn't have.
They-
Like if you're a heal, like I said healer because it's not like you're just a mage that heals.
So you mean,
but-
do you want white magic or
yeah, like
black magic?
basically. but
Uh,
I don't know. It's a little. I was trying to
It's-
differentiate a little than that. Like so, like healers
you're not-
could do other things besides magic. Like obviously not
They
as
have to fight
good.
somehow, but yeah,
but
no.
they can't fight with any magic.
I mean, because like, take Fire Emblem for example. Like, there's healers, but they can still fight. They're just weaker.
That's true.
But like even in Three Houses, their healing spells are significantly stronger.
out of the basic ones, just these 5 though, it's still mage.
Yeah, I'm really torn between healer and mage because I do enjoy playing a good support character a lot of the time, because most of the time in online games I'm not really that good at fighting. So if I have the excuse
Y'all
to be
take
like,
care of it. I
"Yo,
will help you.
I will be right behind you feeding you health and items, and I'm going to stay back here. You go kill them.
And support magic.
Yeah, that's literally
well,
what I do with Aaron all the time, because Aaron goes crazy with killing people, and I'm like, a lot of times I just play Lifeline, like, here, bot, heal, go, 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 go. Don't make me go out there. Don't make me go out there. It's like, but also, yeah, I mean, if there's one class I'm a simp for, it's definitely magic,
Mhm.
wizard.
So we have a mage, Chelsea, healer. Very rounded out here. I'll pick fighter.
I knew
That's
one of
what-
you. I knew one of you two was gonna do like warrior fighter class.
That's what I mainly did when I was playing Elder Scrolls Online, and also RuneScape. So
I think warrior would be fun because like you could like run in and just slap the crap out of somebody with your own sword, bro. Oh wait,
Cooper wants to do it like this.
Yeah,
One of
Cooper
the-
would
Not
use
quite
the
a warrior.
flat side of the sword and just smack people across the face.
Wouldn't that be more of a thief thing then? Speed all the way up and go.
Yeah, I think Cooper like just wants to run in and shank somebody and then run away. Like
like a
Cooper-
thief
shank,
almost.
steal their money while they're being shanked, and then run away.
Yeah.
If you're not playing a thief like that, are you really playing a thief?
No.
Sneak attack.
Sha.
Rusty Shackleford.
Oh man, I forgot about Rusty Shackleford. Yeah, I definitely can't pick healer then if I'm going off of like RuneScape. Well, if I'm going off RuneScape, then it can go either way, because I was the one in the group that I had the highest cooking and fishing level, so I could heal like a son of a bitch. But
Yeah.
also, like, I did magic. I didn't really care about main combating because I was just so obsessed as a child of the idea of crafting
I
a
have-
ball of some magic element and just yeeting it at somebody.
Die!
Yeah, like,
We're not getting close.
Here
You
is a
stay over
7-foot ball of fire. Here you go. You stay back there.
Yeah.
Meteor strike.
Yeah.
Bruh, I remember there's that quest in RuneScape. They're like B15 or 20 or something. It's in the dungeon in the main part of town, like the first town,
Dude,
like
I
the
still-
crypt.
RuneScape
Mhm.
account is dead.
At the end, there's like that boss that's supposed to be lower leveled. I grabbed the item that they want you to grab to activate him, and then just booked it back out of the dungeon.
And then they congratulated you.
Yeah. I don't need to fight you. I already have it. Good luck.
Bye.
But
No,
I
it's 'cause they wanted you to switch between archer, mage, and fighter to learn.
Be-
yeah, they wanted
don't
to
know.
make you like try each one a little bit to see what would you prefer.
And
this
never
was in,
archer. Never archer.
yeah, right.
I
This was in not on Tutorial Island. This was like in the first main town.
yeah, Lumbridge.
Lumbridge.
yeah, Lumbridge. There's
Yeah,
the crypt
that was
like right
after-
outside.
Yeah, that was after Tutorial Island
Yeah.
disappeared.
Actually, it's back. I mean, it's back now in OSRS.
Well,
I
yeah,
think.
in OS, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I recently discovered of something in OSRS called Iron Manning, which is basically like you can't teleport places and you can't use a bank.
Oh no!
Oh, we're back now. And it's almost as if it stopped recording that whole time. Interesting. We'll go look at that anyway. Anyway, listeners, either way, my OBS froze for a few minutes, so we were just sitting in purgatory waiting to see what was going to happen. But it says we're recording still, so we're going to go with it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but anyway, so RuneScape is kind of a 50-50, but in Skyrim, my favorite part of the game was being able to walk around with fire in one hand and lightning in the other hand and just go all the time at everything. So I probably have to go with the mage based on my play history anyway.
Now D&D is different because I want to run up and beat up everybody in their faces, but actual games it's like, well, I could do that, or I could kill you from 20 feet away.
Yeah.
And
Or I
not
could
take...
throw a 700-pound boulder at you with no effort.
Yeah. What sounds more fun? Magic?
Yeah, I think with that, that's going to wrap the episode up for this week. We appreciate you so much for listening. Please share us with a friend. We post every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, youtube.com/StormwindGames. Anywhere that you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Add us on Twitter at AllNightGamers with a K. Let us know what. Are you excited for Kingdom Hearts 4? Are you excited for Nintendo Switch Sports? Have you gotten Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga? And also, what video game class would you choose out of the ones that we chose from? Also, I should have done this at the beginning of the episode, but I am stupid and forgot. But I have noticed, and I would like to bring it up on the show, that all of a sudden we have 400% more traffic on our episodes the past month, which is crazy. And we appreciate you sincerely. I'm bad at being genuine and nice, but that is super awesome, and we appreciate all the support as always. Thank you very much. We hope you keep listening. We hope you keep enjoying our Stupid Cringe show every week. And with that, yeah, we'll see you next week for more Stupid Cringe show. So bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.